Look at this beautiful belly.
You are not going to believe what this used to look like.
Brace yourself.
Hey dog lovers, welcome back to Wagging Tails Unleashed, where we discuss all things man's best friend. And today, we have an itch to scratch.
It is allergy season, or outdoor allergy season, but as we know, allergies can last all year because you can have indoor allergies and food allergies. So today we're going to be talking about 3 categories to help your dog stop the itch.
And here with us we have our sweet little Obi.
Obi!
And he's part of our little backstory because when we first got him, he had some skin issues.
He had some serious problems.
Yeah.
So we got Obi from a shelter when he was creeping up on 1.5 years old, and it became very clear to us very quickly that Obi had a very rough first 1.5 years of his life. Clearly he was very allergic to the food that he had in the first 1.5 years of his life. When we got him from the shelter, he actually had all of the fur from the end of his tail missing and it was all scabbed over.
Yep.
He had a ton of digestive issues, a lot of skin issues on his belly, and he was really experiencing life for the first time, didn't even know how to walk up a flight of steps.
Yeah. Actually, Zion taught him how to go up the steps.
That's right. Cute. And of course, we had to get Obi because the first time I met Obi, I had bent down on the floor, and the first thing Obi did when he ran out of the back room of the shelter is gave me a hug. He wrapped his arms around my neck, pressed his forehead against mine. I looked up at him like, you're not
we
gonna...
knew this is the one.
So we have been working on healing Obi mentally and physically for many years now. He just turned 8 years old, and we're actually still in the process of his healing journey. Some of these things take time, but we have seen tremendous strides in so many areas of his health, including his allergies and his gut health. Obi is one of the sweetest souls I have ever known. He is an angel. He's earned a life of luxury, but he did agree to work on this video today to share a piece of his story.
We're going to show you a few pictures of when Obi had some really bad skin issues, and now his skin looks so good.
Yes, it's really sad, so brace yourself.
So in category 1, we're going to discuss diet and gut health. In our opinion, diet is probably the most important factor in this. Dogs, they're carnivores. So a species appropriate carnivore whole food diet is what we've chosen for our pups.
So when we changed Obi's diet, we took him off of dog food and we put him on whole, mostly raw foods. His gut health was the first thing we noticed. He had issues with having bile come up in the morning. He was having a lot of anal gland issues. And again, he was producing those gut issues through his skin. Speaking of that, signs that your dog is having allergy issues: skin irritation and itching, hot spots, anal gland issues, ear pulling, foot chewing, and chronic digestive problems. The main elements of a healthy whole foods diet for a dog are meat, yogurt, eggs, pumpkin and squashes, blueberries, fish, organs, and dog appropriate fruits. Now your dog might have a specific allergy to something, and so it's good as a pet parent to be educated on what specifically your dog reacts to and doesn't react to, and for us also to educate ourselves on the pet food industry in general.
Unfortunately, the pet food industry is not regulated, so a lot of the conventional pet foods have a lot of grains and fillers, which is far from ideal for your dogs, and that could contribute to skin and allergies. We do want to recommend a really good documentary, Pet Fooled.
Yep.
We'll link it below. Very informative, just letting people aware of what's going on in the pet food industry so you could be better educated, so you could feed your dogs really good species appropriate foods.
So a lot of the supplements and remedies for rebuilding and healing gut health are actually really similar to the natural remedies for allergies, and that's because, again, a lot of the allergic reactions start with the gut health. One of the main ones that we recommend is a grass-fed bovine colostrum. Bovine colostrum is excellent for gut health, and it's also excellent for preventing allergies. So we're going to be showing you some of those supplements in a moment when we talk about natural remedies for allergies, but some of the other things that are great for gut health is making sure that your dog is getting probiotics And apple cider vinegar is also excellent for your dog. We put a splash of apple cider vinegar in their water bowl when we fill it up every time, and it's great for antihistamine.
If you're getting value from this content, please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell so that you can be notified when we put out new videos. Now let's get back to the list. Moving on to category 2, chemical rashes and flea and ticks. In a lot of conventional flea and tick collars and powders, they have chemicals in it that could actually irritate your dog's skin. Also, fleas and ticks can trigger issues in your dogs, especially if they're more prone or more allergic to fleas and ticks. We have a whole video dedicated to natural flea and tick remedies and products, so we'll link that, I think, up here. You could check that out.
And in the description box. And just so you guys know, conventional antihistamines, a lot of them can suppress your dog's immune function, and that's one of the downsides to them. We don't want their immune system suppressed because then the immune system is not fighting things like cancer cells. Those remedies can also have things like MSG and other things that are very irritating to the gut and not good for the dog. I do think it's a good idea and appropriate to have a dog safe and appropriate antihistamine on hand for emergencies or while you're healing your dog's gut health. If they do need some help with a traditional antihistamine, I think it's definitely good for those purposes, but while you're using that, it's great to be dealing with the core issues underneath, because antihistamine pills do not heal allergies. They are masking the symptoms, and it's always the best thing to go after the core of the issue.
And all the products that we mentioned in this video, we will have conveniently linked below for you. And category number 3 is seasonal and environmental allergies. We're going to discuss some histamine remedies, internal that they could take and external that would be topical on their skin.
Some of these remedies include, but are not limited to, and always remember to make sure that the dosage is appropriate for the size of your dog. You don't want to give them too much or too little depending on their size. So the first one again is grass-fed bovine colostrum.
Next is quercetin.
And you can give all of these things in their food. We're going to show you in a minute how we incorporate this into Obi's meal. The next one is medicinal mushrooms. Turkey tail, things like turkey tail, reishi, cordyceps. We give Obi turkey tail, and we give both of them turkey tail for cancer prevention and for the fatty tumor that Obi has. It's really good for that, but it's also great for allergies.
Herbs that fight yeast overgrowth, and we're going to show you the powder that we use that we add into their food.
And also, if yeast is an issue specifically in the ears or in the feet, Obi is prone to yeast issue in one of his ears. There are some great natural remedies that you can do to prevent that, to maintain that health, and also to heal that. Some of those we already mentioned, like apple cider vinegar. And we have a tincture from Kin & Kind, which is one of our favorite dog brands, and they also have a great ear wash to keep ear health in check. The next one is nettles. I love nettles. I use it for my own seasonal allergies. You can give nettles dried in their food. You can do a nettle tincture that's dog safe and appropriate for them. And you can also do nettle tea, and you can mix that into their water. You can do nettle tea and mix that with the apple cider vinegar to put a couple drops into their ears. You can also do nettles fresh. You just want to make sure you cook them, because nettles, a lot of nettles are stinging nettles, and so you want to cook them to get rid of the stinging part, and then again you can just add that to their food.
And the honorable mentions are probiotics, omega-3s, and again apple cider vinegar. And then there are external remedies to help soothe the itch.
There are things like salves, which you can get pre-made or you can make yourself, sprays like baking soda spray, home remedies that you can do yourself, things like food grade aloe vera or coconut oil. And then there are of course best practices for your dog. And one of those things is just making sure you keep them clean, their paws clean, their fur clean, getting a nice soothing shampoo that you can wash on them. We talk about in our flea and tick video that we already did about how a lot of times if you use chemicals on the lawn, they can pick that up on their paws and it can be irritating.
And during allergy season, you probably want to give your dog a bath about once a week, which I know is a little extra work, but your dogs will definitely thank you for it.
And at the very least, washing their paws. We have this one foamy paw wash that we really like that's non-toxic for dogs, and you basically just foam it, you rub it into their paws nice and deep, and you just wipe it off with a microfiber cloth. And if your dog likes to wear t-shirts or sweaters like Obi does, it's kind of like a security blanket for them. When we pull the t-shirt out, he starts jumping around. He loves it so much.
He actually likes it.
Yes, he does. But during allergy season, I make sure I am washing them. I have multiple shirts and sweaters for him, and I make sure that I'm washing them often so that if they have pollen on them, it's not going to be extra irritating to his skin. So I guess we can just jump into the kitchen and show y'all what we put in Obi's food to help prevent the itch.
Let's go.
Sit nice. Wait. Wait. In Jesus' name. Okay, amen. Good boys.
All right, if you got to the end of this video, we have a special giveaway for you.
We're gonna put together some of our favorite anti-itch remedies, or some of Obi's favorites, into a little giveaway for you and your pup. So all you have to do to enter is by April 15th, 2024, comment itch in the comments below, and you will be automatically entered to win. Just make sure you are following us here, subscribe to this channel, and like the video.
All right, guys, so thank you so much for joining us for another video. From me, my wife Lee, and Obi.
And Zion, he's laying by the fire.
We all hope that you have a perfect day. Bye.